right, so we have lost Jarell Quansah. It's not being signed yet. It's not being completed. It'll probably be completed once the under-21s tournament finishes and Quansah returns back to the club. But from all accounts, Quansah is going. Let's talk about it. Jarell Quansah will join Bayer Leverkusen this month in a deal worth 35 million. Nice little relationship we're building with Bayer Leverkusen, aren't we? They got to a deal very quickly for Frimpong. There's a bit of delay with Wirtz, but maybe that was more on the player deal than the club deal, because that seemed to have been agreed pretty early on. And then on the other side, other direction, we've sold or are selling Quansah to Leverkusen. So nice little relationship building there. Quansah is set to undergo a medical with the Bundesliga runners-up following his time with England at the Under-21 Euros, with a semi-final against the Netherlands on Wednesday. That comes after Liverpool agreed a deal worth an initial 30 million with a further 5 million in add-ons. Sources in Germany have disputed it, saying it's more around 25 million, with the rest made up of bonus payments. Though there is a surprise about Liverpool's willingness to move Quansah on, which I am one of those, I don't fully understand it. We'll talk about it in a second. It comes with it now widely reported that a buyback clause will be included in the deal, which makes me feel a little bit better, right? So here's the thing. Quansah's young. He's 22 years old. He's already got a ton of experience playing for Liverpool at the highest level. He's already gone through a bit of fire. It must still sting getting yanked at half-time by Arne Slot, saying he wasn't winning his duels on the first day of the season. And we saw that affect his confidence for the rest of the season. Every time he was brought back in, he never looked assured. He always looked a bit nervous. But still, he has all the physical attributes you need to be a top defender at this level. He's big, he's tall, he's still growing into his man muscles at 22, you're not fully developed. He's fast. His passing is pretty good most of the time, other than when he gets nervous and then makes a mistake. And that's the problem. He's a little bit prone to mistakes. He doesn't quite believe in himself, it seems. Maybe a little bit of a fresh start would be a good thing for him. Getting out of Liverpool, going to another club where he doesn't have those memories haunting him about the mistakes he's made, being pulled at half-time, embarrassing him. And in this other club, rebuilding his confidence from the ground up. And finding a bit of fire in him, always find him a bit too... Like we talk about Van Dijk being composed and calm at the back, but he's got a fire in him. You see when a player tries to run past him, he puts on the burners and then he bodies him out the way. And it's almost like how dare you try and get by me, right? There's a bit of that alpha male arrogance in Van Dijk. Like, don't you dare try and run past me and embarrass me. And I feel like Jarell Quansah, he doesn't have that bite in him where he would be offended if someone scored against him. He needs to develop that. I think all the top defenders have that. A little bit of hate for the striker trying to get past him and scoring a goal. So him going to Bayer Leverkusen may be the best thing for him. And if Arne Slot doesn't trust him, as we've seen last season, he doesn't, then why keep him around and prolong the pain that Quansah's going through? Let him go somewhere else, become a first-team regular. Let him prove to himself that he is a top-quality defender. And then there's a buyback clause. And it says here it's around 60 million euros, 51.5 million pounds. I've read somewhere else it's about 55 million. Whatever it is, if he becomes a defender that I think he could become, and a lot of people think he could become, and in 2-3 years, that 55 million may be a bargain. You get him and you bring him back. Whether Slot's here or another manager is here, having that door open, that potential is good. Now, most buyback clauses never get executed, But it's still good having that door open, isn't it? And how the club have managed to negotiate that, I don't know. They've done a really good job. Really good job negotiating that. So well done to LFC for that. Anyway, tell me, what do you think? Is it a good idea for Quansah to go, for him to rebuild his confidence, to get more experience at playing as a first-team regular? Are Liverpool right in getting rid, even with the possibility of getting him back? And what happens if Konate doesn't sign? If we fail to get Guehi, are we taking a risk here? And you have to have your backup plans. That's why I think getting rid of Quansah is a risk. And I would have kept him. All right, let me know what you think. I'll speak to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.